if any great officer, any great agent, because I always go by the word agent, security, but an agent is really professional. You're more professional, you're more polished. So as any polished agent, you can make anywhere from, I don't know, depending on the personnel, you can start off at really between a decent 30,000 yearly to maybe anywhere from 120.
Hey yo, you are rolling with Jones. Right now, we are on episode 3 of Find Your Money. And right now, we got the guy that definitely has done that. I have witnessed him for years doing his thing, hasn't stopped. His foot stayed on the gas like he was in the NASCAR. Man, this is Mr. Ronnie Jackson. As I can say, man, if you don't know him, you are going to know this guy. He's out here on the south side of Atlanta and is really running it, doing things that I probably like the average person wish they could do. I mean, and I'm being very light when I say that. I mean, he got his private security company doing real huge things on that side of the field. He got his media production company, and that's doing awesome. REK. I mean, so, and then not to even say, he's not just the only one doing it, but his wife Shay is killing the game as well. She has her own production team, company as well. It's called JPA. You'll hear a lot more about it right now. But the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ronnie Jackson. How you doing over there, man?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for those kind words. I appreciate it. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I think this is a perfect time for a lot of people to sit here and dig deep, man. I really want people to, you know what, get off the couch and really get the moving, because you've been doing that for a long time. And I know you have a lot of exciting things to be able to update us with and just kind of tell you how to get started. But people probably thinking like, private security team, what you mean? Production team, like what did this man does? And not only do we have that, the man got books. So, hey, you're about to learn something today, but before we get to that point, man, I really need people to know who Ronnie is. So, Ronnie, talk to me, man. Like, who are you? I mean, I want to go down to the age, where you're from. Are you the only child? Did you have both of your parents? I mean, what was life growing up? Talk to me real quick, Ronnie.
Oh man, wow, that's big. It's a lot. Well, I started the hunger for entrepreneurship and being a person with ambition at a very early age. I believe my high school where really kind of it just kind of evolved when I had my own clothing. And that was a big decision for me to start doing that, and setting myself apart, because the meaning behind that was just be yourself, be you. I started that, and I felt like, oh, wait a minute, this entrepreneur stuff is phenomenal. Like I like it, I like, setting my own pace. And from that point on, it kind of grew. And then I start, getting involved with, different.
Get started on that real quick, Ronnie. I want them to even know this. I remember that. I remember when you dropped that line, man. Let them know how old you was at this time, man. Like, where were you at in life when you actually dropped that line, the clothing line?
I was 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
I was 15 and 6. Yep. I just turned 16. Well, I'm sorry. I turned 15 in the progress of it. And then as when it started going into stores, we had our fashion show, different venues kind of picked it up and whatnot. I was 16. And then by my senior year, I had the student body wearing it at my high school. So yeah, it was that part right there really was like, okay, you know what? This is what I want to do. in some form or fashion. It wasn't really apparent, but I was like, look, I got to do this. And then that's when the work ethic started. And that's when the journey started of learning how to navigate through the ups and downs of things happening. We actually had a scheduled show that was supposed to happen, didn't happen, but that was a learning lesson for me as far as hey, you got to make sure everything is put together, and of course the growth happened, and learning different nuggets along the way. Grew up two-parent household, parents divorced, learn how to navigate on that part, how to really understand, okay, the ups and downs of life, having to grow up quick. Went into the military. Well, let me back up. I met the love of my life, the missus, my wife, Shay Jackson. We've been together for now going on 13 years. We grew up together, learned a lot. But in the process, that was part of it. That was part of the growth, learning how to be the man, right? And then also a entrepreneur. It's a lot of things that go through that. And those brothers out there who want that entrepreneur, you have to learn how to humble yourself and know that, okay, I got to get a job. I got to learn how to work for someone else before I can work for myself.
Man,
and that's where
I can't let you about to go in right now, Ronnie. I feel it, man, because I mean, right now, you represent that. Everything that you're doing right now, you represent that, and you handling it so elegant, and you actually doing it well, man. So one, I want to say congratulations on the 13 years for you and the missus. That's big. The Jackson Fives, we definitely checking y'all out. Y'all doing
man.
Yes, sir. Y'all definitely doing your thing.
Yeah.
I want people to actually know, you was talking about you was growing up in a two-parent household and all that. Where were you at this time? And I want to say location.
Yeah.
But how did you manage? A lot of people, they grew up the same way, and sometimes some people get stuck.
Yeah.
How did you manage to go through not having your parents living together?
Yeah.
But somehow as a 15-year-old, you came out with a successful business as you did. Like, take me down that lane real quick, man.
Man, look, you got to be really, really open to your surroundings, man. It's so big. You create your own environment by really, embracing, like, look, I take this term, embrace the suck, right? Embrace the suck, embrace the fact that, look, parents not here. They're on two different spectrums. I don't have all the resources that I would need to, function. But embracing the fact that, look, it is what it is. I gotta keep on keeping on. I gotta get it together and keep it going. And then on top of that, surround yourself with, like-minded individuals. Like, we all know that saying, that if you surround yourself with the person that you want to be with or be like, eventually you're going to be like that person. And some sort. So I surrounded myself with some great mentors. The church, we was rolling together, you and I. So, growing up in that atmosphere really kind of, shaped a lot of my decision making. But I tell you, it just because you're around that, you got to make the decision to take heed on what, people are saying, whether good, bad, or indifferent, chew the bones, spit them out, So it was one of those things where I really had to take heed on those nuggets that people were saying, and really, like, disassociate myself with the negative. Always was an optimist, but I think it really was the fact that I had some good people around me.
I couldn't agree with you more, Ronnie, honestly, man. Because like I said, coming from where we come from, especially on the south side of Atlanta, man, you could really get caught up. You know what I mean? You can really get caught up with how everything moves, the fast life, seeing just how the environment was, you really could have got caught up, but you decided not to. And one key that I want people to understand the company you keep is the company that you become. You know, and I always like to sit here and say this.
You preaching that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? If you hanging out with 5 broke people, you'll be number 6.
There we go.
If you hang out with 5 rich people, you'll be number 6. So however you decide to sit here and surround yourself, you definitely will be. And I see a great representation of you. Matter of fact, we definitely share one mentor currently. For our life growing up and still to this day. So I want to definitely shout out the Pastor Melvin, man. He man.
Yeah.
Mr. Melvin Smith himself. Like I said, he's absolutely wonderful. I just want to give him the credit while we both here, because I mean, to this day, whatever he asks for, he gets from me. And I know it's the same way with you.
Hey, I was on the phone with him the other day. And, hey, look, let's go. Yep. Yeah. So
absolutely. But like I said, I love the points that you really hit, man. The company you keep is everything. So like walk us through this journey. Now that, you know what I mean, you got a taste of entrepreneurship. The clothing line was amazing. You know, I was rocking it. We had fun, you know what I'm saying? Like it was definitely good times to see where you was coming up. And then you end up getting older and you started to make some moves as well. You started making additional changes. You headed overseas. I mean, just walk us through this moment now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where were you at? You went from entrepreneur at a young age, and then, you know, the transitions. Walk us through that transition.
Hard knocks. You know, hard knocks, growing up, learning, you know, how to necessarily establish a foundation. Because, you know, the foundation wasn't set. So I had to, you know, create that foundation, and that foundation was work ethic. I did a lot. So prior to the military, I worked for Fulton County Sheriff Department. I worked for them for about maybe 3.5, almost 4 years. Then I went to, what's that?
How old were you at this time?
I was 21 years old.
Okay.
21. No, I turned 21 while I was arresting somebody. So that was something. I did that. Then I left the sheriff department and then started working for insurance. And then I went and worked as a corner bakery attendant, worked in as a cook. I worked for FedEx, UPS. I used to wash trucks. You know, I did a lot.
Hold on, so you telling me you wasn't born with a silver spoon in your mouth?
Nah.
So where you came from, people been here before?
Yeah. But
you just decided to make another decision.
Absolutely.
I love
it. I believe the work ethic is what really kind of, you know, boosted the mentality. Everybody talk about that mama mentality. What that mama mentality is that hunger to never give up. And that's what kind of got me. And of course I had a little motivation. At a young age, my wife and I had our first child. We were, you know, we got married young. We got married, I was 20, my wife was 21. We had our daughter. We got married May 2nd of 2008. And my daughter was born we found out she was coming June 15th in 2008. So immediately I became responsible, or my mentality changed where, look, I got to make these things happen. So I didn't fold under pressure. And those who are dealing with, look, you know, if I want to be there for my kids or not, look, like there's nothing in the world that will bless you more than being a dad for your kid, you know. so that was my passion. So I said, hey, any means necessary, I got to make this happen. So I washed the trucks. Then I went back into law enforcement. I was with DeKalb County Sheriff Department. And then that's when I just said, you know what, I'm going to go and join the military. So I joined the military, a little older than most. I was 25 when I joined the military, went there. had a blast.
What was the decision? Why did you decide to go in the military?
Oh man, my why is all day long, my wife and kids. And that was kind of like the fuel right there. It was like, okay, all these other things that I could be doing, it's just not making sense. So let's do this. And went there. I mean, had a blast. Got promoted quick. Top of the rank. I mean, we traveled, went everywhere. Jumped out of planes. All that fun stuff. um, and honestly, that was where it shifted. Where okay, you know what? Foundation. This is what it's all about, the work ethic and everything. And I think that's why I was promoted fast, because of the work ethic that I already possessed. But something was missing, and that other piece was the fact of legitimacy, making this make sense, a legitimate way to increase the family. So yeah. So that was big. And I think honestly that was what shifted a lot of different things.
Man, that's incredible right there. And everybody got that moment in life where something decided to say, go click, I get it. It's time for me to sit here and hit the high roads. I did a lot. I did a lot of trying. I did a lot of giving this a try, giving this a shot, and this just wasn't it. And then at one moment, all of that stuff that combines from growing up to all your current experience come up to this whole little ball. And now this ball is starting to form. And now the mindset is absolutely at the mumble mentality now, right? We at this stage like, yo, it's time to go for what I want. I don't want where I'm currently at. I want a little bit more. I got the wife, I got the kid. What's out here? So tell me what was that transition like right now?
So that transition, so it started with, and I'll tell you how it kind of went into the security aspect. So one day, my wife, she's a singer. She's a singer, actress, and she was performing one day. We were stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. She was performing one day. And I said, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna be your bodyguard. I'm a Kevin Costner of this thing, right? And so I have my all black boots on. How we do. So she goes out and she smashes. She crushes it. She does well. The owner of the establishment comes up and he says, "Hey, man, you do that very well." I said, "Well, I used to be in law enforcement prior to the military." He was like, "Hey, you know what? Can you do that here every Friday?" I said, "Sure, why not?" So in all actuality, and I'm gonna go back, everything makes sense. Everything that you do, all your trials and tribulations, everything that you're going through is going to prepare you for that moment that you need at that particular point. So needless to say, it prepared me for that. And every Friday I was there, pulling security for this guy's establishment. And pretty soon he was like, "Hey, you know what? You think you can get other guys?" I said, "Absolutely." So, other people around in my unit that I was with, I said, "Hey man, I got some opportunity for you. You want to come and make quick buck every Friday?" It was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So that right there, that moment turned into 4.5 years. Where we're there. And I mean, like, these guys are religiously there every Friday. Still to this day. They're there. And we actually gave it away to a good friend of ours that's in the same industry, but it just got too much where, look, this makes sense for you to kind of pursue it. But needless to say, that whole moment was the shift where, look, we can absolutely be owners instead of self-made, or I'm sorry, self-employed. right? We can be ownership where we can set a situation, put a situation together and allow other people to eat and do well. And we can be somewhere else and, just create the system.
Hey,
So that's where.
hold on. First, I got to talk to the audience real quick. And what I want y'all to understand, sometimes it's not about having the most extravagant business in the world. I know people want to think they want to be rocket scientists, be the next Uber, be the next Facebook. Sometimes it's about experiences that you already have, skill sets that you already developed. The moment comes together and it's up to you to take the opportunity and really get it done. Because as you see, Ronnie, he did that. Not only he could have seen him just been a supporter. You know what? And a lot of people, we do that. A lot of people are just supporters of their other half, their family members, but he added value. He added value. He sit here and say, yo, you know what? Let me be the security for you. And that one moment created who he is now. Because at the end of the day, who's to say who and where you would be at right now if you didn't decide to make that decision, right? You know what? So you know what? I just want people to really take that in. You could take it kind of slightly, but he's really giving you the game. So a lot of my people that's been in the military, you got the structure. You understand the posture that you need to sit here and go. It's all about protecting the FIND. We understand our mindset. You could create a business right here. If you got any questions, Ronnie, your link is going to be dropped down the bottom, so they're going to be able to contact you. But once again, man, I just wanted to go to that moment. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I need the people to.
No. That's huge. Yeah.
I need them to understand that. But get us to that point now. Now you got a taste of it. You like, yo, you feel it now. You like, yo, okay, I feel it. I feel the ownership. Talk to me.
Yeah. So having that taste of that was really kind of a eye opener. Still in the military now. Still grinding it out with the military. I was medically discharged from the military. Came down, had an accident, jumping out of a plane. All well though. I'm phenomenal. I'm great. However, we understood. Look, this is the transition that we must now go to now. The transition where, okay, all right, military. Now what? So a lot of things start progressing, to get ready to get out. So it wasn't like we had a timetable. It's like, look, boom, next road, here we go. So we come back to the States. We were stationed in Italy. We come back to the States, and I'm here. I'm a veteran. I'm going through, the ups and downs of, the structure. Say that again.
Where's here?
Atlanta. We come back to Atlanta, come back to the South Side, and we're here. And it's like, okay, all right, what do we do now? So all these things, going back and forth, like, look, we have to pretty much almost start from scratch. But this time we have a little more knowledge. And immediately I begin to find out, okay, what am I good to do as far as service wise? I start being a PE teacher for my kids' school. So I was doing that. That was great. That was kind of bring me back to reality as far as, look, this is what it's all about, purposeful, getting the chance to be with my kids. And it was fun. And so that really molded and shifted the aspect of, okay, I love fitness. So I started the fitness company, and that actually went extremely well. I started doing a video workouts for people all over the world. At one point, I think we was at 300 people every Tuesdays and Thursdays online. And that was fun. That was great. But it wasn't it. Fact of the matter that was part of it. That was part of the thing that we needed to go to that next. I was asked one day, Of course, my wife, she's very heavily involved in a lot of the um, arts and film. Even much so, she got connected with a lady by the name of Chanel Cooper Sykes. So she's watching. Chanel, how you doing? But Chanel Cooper Sykes is the motivational speaker for ladies. She was all over the world, and she happened to ask my wife. Here's another, message. Connection is everything. She asked my wife. She was like, does Ronnie does he do security? And at that point, I was doing fitness. So I actually started doing security for her on a full-time basis, traveling with her, being her personal bodyguard or whatnot. And that actually grew and grew and grew to a lot of the industry out there said, you know what, this guy knows what he's doing. And so that kind of opened that can up. And I partnered with a buddy of mine, and we kind of made it happen, and it kind of grew from there. And then, more and more and more celebrity attention. And
hold on real quick, Ronnie. So you telling me that it found you again? So it found you again.
Yep.
Hey, here go a message, somebody. If it comes to you again, because let's keep it honest. A lot of opportunities does not fall in your lap twice.
Yeah.
That's why they say if you got an opportunity, take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
A lot of us, we experienced it.
Absolutely.
But if it come in your lap 2 times, you better sit here and run with it. And I can definitely tell y'all right now, he's definitely doing that. And what I want you to really gather from what he's talking about right now is how that mindset shift. His ears was open enough to listen. He was willing to take the opportunity, and not just take the opportunity lightly. He definitely grew it. A lot of people that sit here and just do the job, but sometimes you got to do a little bit more than just the job. You got to make it. And he's actually doing that right now. So Ronnie, I want to make sure people are in tune and they hear you, because I hear you, man. I really hear you, Ronnie. But talk to me, let me know how that's going. You partner up with your mans, and this business is running. A lot of celebrity attention is hitting you. Now where you at right now, Ronnie?
Unfortunately, like me and my partner, we actually split. And sometimes it was a good thing. He's out there crushing. Shout out to A-Way Productions. He's out there doing some phenomenal things out there. But no, we actually grew, and it just went to another way. We formed Jackson Protection Agency, JPA. We formed that, and that was like really, really big, because we started to grow a lot of the organizational style security. And from that point on, executive protection grew, asset protection grew. So many, our K9 unit grew. So a lot of things grew out of the fact that, we decided to go on a different route and make it make sense for the for the company.
Let me ask a quick question. If you do not mind, do you mind in a quick way give some free game to the people that's really interested in starting their own security business? Start me off. What do you need to do? What's the process? How do you start to get the security business, and how do you make it profitable?
So being available, being aware, and absolutely intentional about everything that you do. Security is not necessarily a fly-by-night situation. It's something that you absolutely have to pay close attention to detail, making sure that things make sense on the grand scheme of things. I believe that it doesn't just happen. You have to, those certain things you're going to have to, get the knowledge, go to school, I definitely shout out a good buddy of mine, ESS Global. They're in the sorry about that. They're in Tampa, Florida, and there's some great guys. And get that knowledge behind you, right? You absolutely want to be at the right place at the right time, bottom line, but you also want to pack yourself with the knowledge too, because being at the right time and right place, that's okay. But if you know the knowledge, you actually create that value of being an exceptional security company.
And I was going to school, what I need to look at, like school wise, how do I?
So school wise, you want to look at people who've been there, knows what they're talking about. You want to get certified to do that. We're certified in 7 states to do business in. So you want to make sure that when you look at schools, you look at what you want to possess, right? So you might not have all the know-how, but you got to start visioning yourself having that. So I always said, you know what, I want to be in a position to where I can hire, I can put people, I can train, I can, be in a position to help people create a safe environment. So that was always my mindset. And so from that mindset, I actually, got the tools that I needed to kind of mirror the mindset that I had. So it was just a matter of me making that decision. Okay, what is it that I want to do? What are the focal points that I want? So we picked 4 different types of, places, which is organizational, asset protection, executive protection, and the K9 unit. It's certain things that people need. And I just want to be a value to other companies and other businesses and other people to make it make sense for them, right? So,
hey man, that's, first of all, you're welcome. That's a quick way for you to see here and get yourself started into the security business. If you need any other details, once again, check that link below. But definitely want to see here and say, hey, that's incredible. I mean, a lot of people probably have no clue what to look for, how to really get themselves involved. Give me an idea in that first year of you not trying. How much could you possibly make in the first year of not even trying? You would just, it just happened. You ain't got to tell me, don't tell me about your now. Just that first year you're not trying.
Well, I mean, to be honest, if any great officer, any great agent, because I always go by the word agent, security, but an agent is really professional. You're more professional, you're more polished. So as any polished agent, you can make anywhere from, I don't know, depending on the personnel, you can start off at really between a decent 30,000 yearly to maybe anywhere from 120K. So, I mean, it varies. It really does, depending on who you are with and what company you're with. If you decide, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do this on my own, I'm gonna become an operator. You can go overseas and get the qualifications that you need, and you can, do phenomenal there. Those are anywhere from 90K to 120K. Easily in the Middle Eastern and areas like that. So it ranges on what type of establishment or what type of agent that you're going to be, because once you do executive protection, depending on the person that you're protecting, you can make anywhere a good living from $10,000 monthly, and grow. So it really depends. But of course, with any other profession, only the best will be positioned to do numbers like that, great grand numbers like that. There's a difference between a LeBron James and Eric Boykins. So I mean, it's just not to say anything. Eric Boykins ain't doing his stuff when he was in the league, but I mean, it's just different. That's LeBron James.
Absolutely. I mean, you hit a lot of good things on the head, man. And I I want to just make sure anybody that's looking to even get, once again, this is Find Your Money, right? We're talking about finding your money, and this guy's actually showing you how to find your money. So if you're looking to get into the security field, the agent field, the executive protection field, this is the guy that you want to go to. I'm not sure if he got his course out yet, but if you're looking for anything, I'm not saying he say he could do it for free because his work is big. But if you're looking to be able to get any kind of information, you probably want to contact this guy, and he could probably work something out for you to be able to get you trained up, get your mind together to get you started into this business. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people do not know how to find their money. And what they do, they start working for other people to make money. So I love the fact that what you've been doing, man. It's been incredible to be watching you. And just to let people know, I haven't been talking to Ronnie as much as we have, and that's because I know both of us are busy. But Ronnie, just to keep it real and everybody looking, people are always watching, even when they're not even telling you. They know what you're doing. So when it feels like nobody's watching you, keep doing it, keep going. Because the eyes are on you and it's never going to stop. And sometimes you got people that's watching you, waiting for you to fail. Don't show them up. Don't let them be right.
Yeah.
Doing your thing.
That's big, man. Hey, I appreciate that. That's love. Absolutely.
Man, for sure, man. But Ronnie, talk to us. I know you got a couple other things going on. I mean, talk to us about a couple other businesses that you got going on. Let us know what does that look like. This is your time to shine, man. We want to know. We want to know from Mr. Southside himself. Let us know
something. No, we actually are geared to publish our second book. The team. Shout out to my team out there. So this book is called Push Past Impact. And pushing through the adversities, passing nuggets to your loved ones, and impacting your sphere of influence. A lot of different things that I put in there. I'm excited to share stuff like this, like, hey, how do you journey through the adversities? Make your obstacles your bridges, right? So that's one big thing that we're working on, set to be released August the 8th. Pre-sales are available, absolutely available, doing some giveaways and all that good stuff. And then of course, our media production company, my wife is crushing it. She's getting ready to release her second project.
Shout out to Shay.
yes, sir. So yeah, she's crushing it. We just did our production, and it's being picked up by different companies, different stations and whatnot. It's called Not the Joneses. So that's a pretty cool project that we got. And hey, being a dad and being now a school teacher for those who got kids who didn't go back to school and whatnot. So I mean, amongst that, and just really focusing on the purpose, right? And that purpose is pushing up people in a positive way, being a light in the community, creating light agents. We do outreach every Thursday in the city of Pittsburgh. Shout out to Pittsburgh. Do a lot, go there. And we really are really intentional about making it make sense, not just for our community, but for others out there as well. So yeah, nutshell.
That's super big. And just to speak on Not the Joneses, no subliminal to Rolling Whip Jones, you know what I'm saying?
Not you.
Hey, but on some real, I seen a couple of episodes, man. I think it was powerful.
Wow.
How transparent y'all are.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that in them to be that transparent. Yeah. And y'all are quite transparent, but it shows you at the end of the day, no matter how big your success is, you're still human. People go through things. And they not only are they showing you that they went through things, but they're showing you how to recover. They're showing you that it's still a way out. When you feel like it's no way out, they actually giving you that light to be able to show you it's a way out. So big kudos to y'all. Wonderful production on that. I love the openness. It's super solid. The name is super catchy. Once again, let them know what the name of it is again, man.
It's called Not the Joneses. Not the Joneses.
Hey, absolutely. You can definitely. And where can they find that at?
They can go on Rec Productions. That's actually a YouTube page they can go on. Also check it out on www.recmediaproductions.com, and they can see the whole episodes, all four.
Absolutely. And that's real huge right there. What made y'all want to do that though?
The journey, and no one actually taught us how. Right, so we understand the position that we're in. Our legacy. Our kids are watching, and we know for us, it's definitely important for us to be that role model for our kids, so that guess what, we can start a different type of legacy. It just came with the territory of really wanting to grind it out and be great and make this thing make sense. It's not easy, right? But the fact of the matter is, when you have a solid role partner ready to rock and roll, you don't want to give that just because of certain situations. You want to push through, and grow. And it really made sense that, you know what, we got to talk about this, because that's what our healing process happened when we start talking about it. And a lot of us don't talk about things. We just let it fester and let it grow, and then bottom line, hey, I don't want to deal with you no more. But we said, you know what, let's change the narrative, and let's be the change that we desire. So,
man, that's big. I like to say, whatever's worth keeping is worth fighting for.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all are a huge representation of that, man. I love it. Black love is always definitely incredible. You know what I'm saying? I shout out to y'all. Y'all definitely doing your thing, man. Ronnie, I love everything that you got going on, man. You just gave some amazing nuggets. You done gave people the mindset, even if you're ready to sit here and start your protection company, you ready to start your agency. Hey, this is the guy. This is the guy. You can't get this.
Oh,
you know what I mean? But you can get it right here. And I'm glad you was able to open a lot of people's mindset up, for sure. Now, here go the moment.
Okay.
This is why I like to ask a lot of people, because once it's going on the tube, it's there for years and years and years to come. By the time the kids come my age, they're going to be seeing the same interview. They're going to see this podcast. They're going to see it, right? Yeah. So from right now, 2021, what is your 1 year goal and what is your 5 year goal? And when I say goal, not just goal, but where are you going to be at? We like to speak it, right? So where are you going to be at in 1 year, and what does 5 years look like for you?
Okay. Well, 1 year, I mean, we're taking over the Southeast, and so we're going to be the number one security agency in the Southeast, heading north. That is absolutely the goal for this year. And also, we're starting our school. So if you absolutely want to learn how to be a squared away agent, come to our school. So we're right now in the works of opening the doors for our school, and we're working on our VA kind of collab, to where we'll be able to accept, the VA benefits and whatnot for outgoing soldiers or airmen or whatever. If you've been in the military, you'll be able to come to our school paid before with a GI Bill. So we're working on that, working on our training facility for our K9 unit, working on that, and being a household name. That's what it's all about. Everyone knows the companies out there. I'm not going to throw them no clout or anything, but here's the thing: Jackson Protection Agency. If you have an industry or business that you want to safeguard, call us. So that's the 1 year goal. From 5 years from now, We're in every state across the U.S. We are going to help as many people as possible to help their families and their growth, and really, really be a factor for why America is positioned in a safe area. Whether it's your business, whether it's your store, all that good stuff. Where if it's an event, we see us being at the helm of that and creating a safe environment for everyone to thrive in. I believe that entrepreneurs need safeguarding. It's big. Not a lot of people are thinking about that, and that's not their job to think about that. Their job is to think about, okay, how can I push this product out? How can I, grow my business? You're not thinking about, hey, I have a wad of cash right here from a successful day. I'm just trying to get home, right? They don't think about, wow, somebody is watching me. Like you said, everybody's watching. Good, bad, or ugly, and are different. People are watching, and they're watching your growth, and they're watching that vulnerability happen. So, we are there to aid and help in any way possible the avid entrepreneur or the avid business owner who's thriving. So, yeah.
If you didn't give a better illustration than that, Jesus. I mean, at the end of the day, man, entrepreneurs, please open your eyes up. This man is giving you the game. I mean, it is not up to us to sit here and say what we need and what we don't need. That's why you got people in those positions that are good at that, right? You know what I mean? If each and every day that the president thought that he didn't need no protection, probably another assassination, right? So definitely reach out to JPA. You definitely need that protection. Shout out to these guys. That's the only protection I'm talking about all year long, period. If you want any protection, if you're coming down to Atlanta, definitely make sure you get with JPA. The link is right at the bottom. Period. Always make sure you reach out to them. So once again, a wonderful answer. This has been a wonderful interview. I love every moment. I learned a lot, to be honest. I really have learned a lot. And even like I said, once we start doing a good bit of things this year coming up, you are the first person that we definitely gonna be reaching out to, man. So
appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you. You going to any last words you want to sit here and end us with, man?
For anybody out there who's absolutely focused on their purpose, go for it. Don't quit, don't give up, don't stop. Because right in that next obstacle that you cross, that's your breakthrough. It happens. It is going to happen for you. And I'm just so thankful that you decided to bring me on. I'm humbled. I'm thankful. Shout out to everybody who's absolutely doing their thing, their goals, their aspirations. Hey, I'm honored that I'm able to sit here and have a conversation with you, sir.
Man, hey, that's big all in itself for you to be able to say that. Let them know how they can reach you. It's gonna be right at the bottom.
Hit me up on my Instagram at RJ Motivates. You can check out our JPA standard on our Instagram, Facebook, Ronnie Jackson, Rec Productions. Check us out up there. Social media handle. We're plugged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's super big. And for each and every one of y'all that definitely been listening to this, make sure you hit the subscribe button right there. Please hit that, and there's a little bell right beside to stay notified anytime Friday come out and you hear Find Your Money, you want to be notified, hit that little bell or ring for you. And give me a nice thumbs up. You know what I mean? We love those. We definitely love those. And the more the algorithm come out, the more information, the more knowledge we'll be able to share with y'all. So once again, y'all have a wonderful night. Don't stop. Keep going. Shout out to you, Ronnie.